Hello, y'all. So today I'm going to be giving a review of Cities Skylines 2. So this is the first city I built in the game that I'm actually satisfied with. I actually like it very much. Like if you go here, like look how realistic this is. This is absolutely beautiful. And I just love it so much. Now, one thing I don't like is that for the American low residential, all the buildings look the same and they kind of look like trailer houses. I don't really like that too much, but this is a cute one here. This is nice. Look at the little people walking in the dog. Look at the dog. Oh, anyway, so I like it. It's pretty nice, but I just don't like how repetitive it is. But there's also another version of housing you can do, which is the American beachfront housing, if I'm not mistaken, which is also nice, but at the same time, a little repetitive if you can't tell. But there's also a different option outside of American development. You can also do European style for low, high density, and whatever other zone there is. You can do European or American, and so that's pretty cool. I really do like these buildings here. These are medium density housing, kind of like townhouses or housing, row housing. These are very beautiful, and these are actually upgraded. I love these so much. I'm actually going to turn my camera mode so we can have a more enjoyable experience of the graphics. But I mean, this game is just beautiful. I'm running it at the basic speed level right now, but I usually play at the fastest because I like the time going faster. One thing is this game has seasons, so I think we're in fall right now because the trees are orange. So that's actually pretty cool. It does not snow on this map if I'm not mistaken, because I never seen snow on here. But if you play on a different map with mountains, it will snow in winter time. So like that's like December to in March in the game, I think if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I really love this game. Let me see. There's so many things that are more realistic in this game. Like for example, I see a school here. This is a one type of high school you can build. You can upgrade it to add more wings, a football field, just like in real life. The other type of school you have is more traditional, has more, appealing, traditional, older architecture. You can add a wing here, a wing there, and a football field, of course. One thing I don't like about the schools, though, is I have a university here, right? We have two, it's full, it's almost full. 2,500 kids, 2,500 students, university students. You have to place. This is a big building now. Look how big my city is. Look how big this building is. My cursor's on. You have to place several of these around the city, and it could only hold 2,500 people. That is not that good. And my city has a population of 189,000 people. That is not good. So this is a big building. So I like in Sea Skylines One in the University DLC, you can fit a whole lot more than that. So, but like I said, the game is still, early release. Well, not early release, but it's been out for a little less than a year. So, you know, it has a lot to add. I can't wait for some more DLCs to come out. I honestly like this city so much. This is the first city I built in the game. After my learning curve that I'm satisfied with, like it's the road tools are just so amazing. Like, look at this. This looks so realistic, especially when you go down there. um, I just love this so much. Let me show you some of the road tools. So let's say you want to make a freeway and you don't want to go through the hassle of, trying to align it. You can just use parallel. And then on top of that, you can space it out to however far you want. You can also build roads on top of roads. So let me turn parallel off and go to a basic road. So I go here, I can increase the height, and I believe I can build a road on top of that road. But you can't keep doing this. You can only do this in certain situations. I do notice some bugs with this though, especially with trains. Sometimes you can just be building a road, minding your business, and all of a sudden you can't build it no more. Like it doesn't work. So I feel like that's something they can update in the future. This game does crashes sometimes, and I doubt it's because of my computer, because my computer can certainly handle this game because it's a gaming computer, but it definitely meets the requirements. And there's some bugs they fixed recently in the game. Actually, when the game first came out, there was a lot of bugs, but they fixed them now. But it's still like that road thing. That road when making the road, that's still a little buggy. Well, not roads, but we were trying to make this road on top of another road. That's kind of buggy, but I guess most people don't use that feature a lot anyway. But yeah, this game is a lot more strategic. Um, I feel like you can't really build your city the way you exactly want to, because if you look here, you have different demands in residential and commercial. So if you want to make like a certain type of city, you have to have that certain type of population to accommodate that city. And let me give you an example. So if you have more younger people in your city, more students, they're gonna want more low income housing. And so you have to make like uh housing that is low income. So let's say I want all of this to be like, stores, restaurants, medium density housing, but I can't do that because I can't design it the way I really want to, because that's not what my game like wants or demands, and it's no really real way to turn that off. So that's one thing I guess is less of a thing you have to worry about in City Skylines. One is that in City Skylines 1, there's so many mods and DLCs you can add to make your game like versatile and different buildings. So many mods. In this game, you only have the vanilla options, and you just have to build the way the game wants you to. But I try my best to design it how I want. Like when I was first building, I was like, why? I wanted to make like a suburban kind of type city, and I was like, well, they are required. My citizens are requiring medium density housing, and so I wasn't able to really do that. So we ended up building like an actual city because like I guess the game just led me that way. That's kind of how we got here. But yeah, like all the buildings are upgradable. Like you have a hospital, you have telecommunications, prisons. I mean, police stations, prisons. You even have like city hall, um, central bank, and you have welfare options. I mean, did I say welfare office that helps your citizens who are low income and are struggling to boost your economy and just stuff like that. But yeah, this is one of my cities. So we're gonna go to the next one. Oh, another thing I love about this game, which I'm gonna show you a little later, is you don't have to place pipes everywhere in power lines. Those are under your streets. So I'm actually show y'all a little later when we make a city, but I'm just gonna show you another city I have here. So we're gonna go here. This is another city I have. Um, I noticed that the population in this game increases a lot faster because the buildings in City Skylines 2 have a more realistic proportion of people of this to the size of the building. So yeah, and if I didn't mention already, I don't know if I said this or not, but this game has 4 seasons, so we're currently in fall because like the trees are orange. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. I hope I did. Oh, and look, we're in winter because this is like a map with mountains. So on this world, at least, when it snows, everything is covered in snow. But as the snow melts, it recedes back into the mountains. So let's see if we can have a chance of snow again. So hopefully, I can catch that on camera. But this is another city. I really didn't want it to be this big. I'm actually gonna slow that down because it's making the frames worse. But I really just wanted, a nice downtown. But what I got is just like this don't look nice to me. Like everything looks the same. Everything's like the same height. Like I don't like that. But that's what my city demanded. They wanted office buildings. They wanted high residential. And this is a unique building, so I had to place that to make it look better. But wow, like I really don't like this. So I'm not satisfied with this city. Look at how much industrial demand they have required. Like this is crazy. I am not a big fan of this city. Like this city looks a lot worse than the city we just left, which was absolutely phenomenal. But this city here, I don't like it too much. I also had a hard time trying to set up this rail. I don't know where it is. Let's see where it is. Oh, right here. Yeah, I wanted to make something. Oh, wait, no, this is not it. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, you can do rail lines too. But like I said, the game is still a little bit buggy with these because when you try to place them, it gives you trouble sometimes. Like, I be making sure I'm not placing them, you know, where the pillars are intervening with anything. But sometimes it just acts up and gives you a hard time. So, wow, I just Whew, I can't wait for this game to get better, but man, I love it. You got postal services, and you can place mailboxes throughout your city instead of like post offices. It's pretty cool. Actually, there's still some snow here if you want to see what the snow looks like, but it's melting away. Uh, yeah, like it'd be on the cars and everything. Like it'd be on top of the cars. Still some snow here. Yeah, still some. Yeah, look, this is snow, but it's receding away. Yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah, I like this game pretty much. I like it. I like it. If it was this or Cities Skylines One though, I honestly can't say this. Perks to both of them. I like all the unique buildings in this game too. I just can't wait for them to add more. But let's go ahead and try to build our own city. So we'll go. Let's try to make a different city. And I'm gonna show you some things about this game you can do that you can do in Cities Skylines One. So I'm just gonna hurry up and pick a map so this video won't be an hour and 50 million years long. So let me think. I'm trying to get my thoughts together. Well, I don't have to because the map loaded. So, there's so many nice tools in this game. Let's look at the road tool. So, for example, you can just push the grid and you can make a grid. Oh, let me get out of that. You can make a grid like this. You can make it. It's a limit to how big you can make it, but this is very helpful if you want to build super quickly. So that's actually pretty cool. So let me just connect this to the main road. So we are connected to the main road, and this is the interstate. And the difference I noticed between this game, um, you can see the edge of the map sometimes. Like this is not a good example, but on other maps you can see the edge of the map. So that's one thing that's different. But this is not a map where you can see the edge. But a lot of them you can see the edge of the map. But you see we have two options here. You can do European or you can do American. I'm just gonna do European since all my other maps had American. And you have several residential options here. I'm not gonna go over all of them, but this is a lot. Like you have different commercial options, different just one industrial option. You have two different office options, low density and high density, just like in real life, you know. Um, and then you have your industries, and all of these are just little industries you can make, and when you plop them down, you can make them inside of this little circle perimeter here. Like, let's say I just make this right here. It's basically just making your own job, I guess. Like your own building, like your own space. Like you know what I'm trying to say? Like it's basically just you're making like your own I guess I don't know how to describe it, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like you're making your own area where that's industry. Um, so you see the people want water and electricity. So there's different water options, probably the same as City Skylines 1 if you don't have any DLC. So I can just put a water tower. Can also say, for the waste, I can just put a waste management plant. And I can also do sewer lines. I can do pumping stations, and so on. One thing that's different though is this game has groundwater, so I can also do groundwater, so that's super cool. And you see it automatically just connects to the pipes. The roads have built-in pipes just like real life, and everything just automatically connects to the pipes, sewage and water. Same thing with electricity. Sometimes what will happen is you will have a bottleneck, which is basically a part of your city doesn't have electricity, even though you have enough electricity. All you have to do is add a transformer station to a nearby area with that problem and connect it to a power source. And if you don't want to put power lines through your city, you can just go underground like that. Of course, all of this could have been underground, but I was just showing you, like, so you know. But let me speed this up because, yeah, let me speed this up. So they also want, the people demand commercial. So let me give them some commercial. And they want medium density because I'm looking right here. this is where I'm looking. So they want high density and medium density. So that's what I mean. Like when you can't really build your city the way you exactly want to. Sometimes if you ignore the demands, you can still go on, but that can be problematic sometimes because your city might have issues growing. So that's what I mean by it's kind of hard to build the way you want to build. But yeah, I just wanted to show you a few of the things you can do in this game that are different from Cities Skylines 1. It took me like I guess a few days to learn this game fully. Like for example, these are all the fire options. You got um a low residential fire department, urban fire department. You got lookout towers. You just got a regular fire station. Like I said, when you're working with the grid, you have to kind of plan in advance because a lot of these buildings are bigger than what can fit in a grid square. And so, let's say I want to upgrade this building, I can just simply do that. You can also put buildings nearby um, that service these buildings to make it more efficient, increasing the capacity and making your service more widely available and efficient for your city. Um, they have good. They have several transportation options: buses, trams, trains, subway, water, and airplanes. So that's pretty cool. One thing I don't like, I wish they had more parks. So these are all the parks we have. We don't have too many unique buildings besides these right here. If you see my cursor, these are all the unique buildings in the game. But yeah, so I got both European and American selected. So these are all the unique buildings in the game. But these are just buildings that are, I guess residential, commercial, office, and industrial. But when I say unique buildings, I'm also talking about, let's say, parks, like attractions. There's not that many attractions in this game. Like, look at this. Compared to Cities Skylines 1, you got stadiums. If you have the DLCs, there's so many things you can place. It's just not that much. Like, what if you don't want this statue in your city? There's nothing else I can really place. It's like, what about a casino? What about an aquarium? What about a roller coaster? What about a museum? It's like it's some things that I miss from City Skylines 1. I wish this game had. Also, you can't add fences in this game yet, so that's something I'm waiting on. Or it doesn't have bike paths either, but it's alright. Oh, another thing you do in this game, you don't have to pause at every street when you are making any type of sidewalk or street. You can simply just go through the roads, sure, which is very cool. I like that. Um, this is another tool I like. This is what I use for my freeway. You can just create an area. Let me just make this jagged so you can just see what I mean. You can like create an area, select what pattern you want, and bam, you have it. And City Skylines 1, if you zoom out, it'll disappear. In this game, it doesn't disappear. So that is absolutely nice. I like that very much. Only thing is, like I said, this game does require a lot more computer um, specs that City Skylines 1 did not require. So, that's one of the things that's not too well about the game. Because it requires a whole lot to run. Like, it's a simulation, so I guess. But, think of, I guess, well, I'm not exactly a professional in this, but think of GTA 5 or Red Dead Redemption. Like, those are some pretty heavy graphic games. And, Xbox One S can run that easily. I feel like if you played this game on the Xbox One S, not that it's available at all, it's not available on Xbox One S. But if you did play this on Xbox One S, it would probably give you some trouble. Because I mean, that's why they delayed it, because they had to work on some things and some bugs and like make it compatible for those systems. I don't even know if it will ever come to Xbox One S because of that. But like, look at these houses. These are a little nicer. Um, Sometimes when you're zoning houses in the European um, style, the European beachfront style, they'll be big like this, which I like. But sometimes if you zone them, all the houses, no matter how much space you have, will like just decide to spawn in like little 3x4 or 4x4 blocks, and they'll all be tiny, ugly houses. And I don't like that. I don't like that. But they spawned pretty good. I like these. These spawn pretty good. Yeah. It's like you can't choose how they spawn, but I wish I had more flexibility in doing that because You can like zone this the exact same way, just at a later time in your city. And you see like this little house here, they're all spawned like that. They all would look the same, but they didn't do that this time. So that's pretty cool. I just wish, we didn't do that at all. But this is actually pretty nice. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to show you a few things with the city. Got communications, postal service. You can just place mailboxes wherever you want to. So if I place a post office right there, I just place mailboxes like that. Just random. Got cell towers that provides Wi-Fi, media, being able to be available to be downloaded from around the world. That makes your citizens happy. Um, yeah, yeah. So I guess this is my overview of City Skylines. I hope you enjoyed it. I know this is a different type of video than I usually make, but yeah. Thank you for watching, and until next time, I guess I'll see y'all later.